Hey guys, welcome to another video. Earlier today I just released my first episode of a new weekly series I'm going to be doing. That just goes over like all the updates for the Vulcan Forged ecosystem that took place for the previous week. So each week I'm going to have a new video. And in that video I touched on some of the new changes that have come to Berserk, which is the blockchain CCG by Vulcan Forged. And we touched on some of the updates and changes, but there wasn't much gameplay in that video, so here, this is just a friendly match. I'm playing against someone in the beta, and we're just going to take a look at the new update, all the new features, which the big thing is hero abilities, and that just creates like a whole new layer, like different layers and dynamics of strategy and gameplay into the game. There's a lot of really cool stuff. So we're playing as Chthonius, who each turn he has like this. He's one of the only Vulcanites for now that can attack, so your hero can attack. So I can just do that each turn, which is pretty sweet. And we have a really strong start here, so I'm just gonna drop this. That initial card I played gave me +2 lava, so I had 3, which was enough to play this. And so he's playing as Thunder, so for hero abilities, there's active and passive. So you can see he is an A, his is active. And for Thunder, it's return lava, get back the lava you spent on the last card you played. And for active abilities, you can only use that once per game. Whereas for the passive ones, so for Chthonius, it's get +2 damage, your hero is able to attack. And it's passive, meaning I'll be able to do that every single turn. Whereas the active abilities, you can just use once per game. That's the difference. And there's a lot of really strong ones, like you can, like Cena is one of the Vulcanites, and her abilities, you can like set cards. You can set their attack stat to 0. So if someone plays like a really strong card, you can use your active ability to bring its attack down to 0 so it doesn't do damage. Now I have to figure out what the strongest play I could do here is. So I can play this Rip and Rend, or I think I do this to give me 4 lava. Or actually, no. I'm going to do this. I guess I'll just play Claws of the Harpy. So this is a lifesteal card, which is pretty strong. It's really good for just like clearing out low HP minions because it heals for the damage it deals. And yeah, we've had a really strong start to this game. It's just with like all the way we've been able to set up our first 2 turns. And yes, this is pretty nice because I'll be able to kill this with my lifesteal card and it won't take any damage because this deals 2 damage. But when I hit it, I heal for 2, so it's almost like I have 5 HP, then I lose 2 damage, which just puts me right back at 3. Like, this is actually a perfect setup for me because this is a rage card, meaning it just increased to 4 damage now. It increases by 1 each turn, so I can just 1-tap this, kill this, and keep full HP. Get some damage off on him, and now I have my whole turn to play, so I can play this taunt card, or I can do a Rip and Rend. I think it's probably better to just get the taunt down, so that I know these cards will be untouched. So see, I haven't played much with Bert. And I actually think it said he had 0, so this might be one of his first games. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Berserk or the Vulcan Forged gaming ecosystem, it's really, really impressive what they're building. It's going to be a ton of fun once everything's live on the blockchain. I mean, it already is really fun, but it's just in beta and alpha testing for all the games right now. So he still has 3 lava to play. So it looks like he didn't have anything. So yeah, this is going to be a win for us, most definitely. We're just going to stack the board here now. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll just play this. This card's stunned, so I can't hit anything. Although I don't remember how this got stunned. So yeah, there's virtually no chance we lose this game now. I'm just gonna put this up to showcase some gameplay and the new changes. Like this, the font here for attack and defense stats is new. The hero abilities are new. Here you can see the graveyard, which is all the cards your opponent has played this round, and this is your graveyard, all the cards you've used already. So you can look at like what vital cards have been played or still are left in your opponent's deck. He should be able to buff one of his cards' attacks. So he didn't use, when you play this card, this guy's definitely new, because when you play this Spart, like I have the same card right here, and I'll drop it so you guys can see. So like once I put this down, I'm able to buff. And so if you look at this Claws of the Harpy card here, once I use this, its attack stat will turn green to show that it's been buffed. And so he had that option too, he just didn't use it. So now that this buffed, I can kill that. This thing does 3 damage, 1 HP. I'm going to use my Stranglevines to kill it, because this card has Rebirth, meaning it has 2 lives. So I can kill it, wipe that board out, and then we just respawn back. Now I get to get some damage off, and I still have enough lava to play another card. Then now the game ends next turn, most likely. So we have another game to play after this one. So I'm probably going to make a follow-up video, because I'll make one against Salmon Deli. He's a pretty good player. To showcase all this too. Yeah, so he just thrown in the towel, it seems. This game, nice. And so I'm just going to actually keep this video rolling. This is going to get pretty lengthy. But we're just going to run this into another game against Salmon Deli. He's a strong player. I just played against him a little bit ago, but the recording didn't have any sound. So this actually works. So this video, there's going to be 2 separate games of Berserk. And Salmon, he's a strong player. Like he's been around a bit, knows his stuff. So this should be a good game. And I'm going first, so I just want to think about my options here. That's pretty not ideal, but this isn't a terrible start, all things considered. I mean, I'm gonna drop Summer Storms. So this isn't bad. So next turn we'll have 2 lava, and we can use this to buff this card once, and then turn 3, because we're getting a Trap Jaw next, we'll have 3 lava. And we'll be able to get a taunt down. It'll be interesting to see how he plays this here. One reason why I love using Chthonius as my hero for his hero ability is I can just like clear off his board early rounds. Like I have an extra thing to attack with, so it's really strong. Like later on into the game, this hero ability isn't as good as others, but early on, it's probably the strongest, I would say. So we're just gonna do this. And this, I guess. And so I'm gonna have a taunt next turn. So I guess I'll just clear his board. So I'll be able to put this down next turn, meaning he won't be able to hit either of these. And he just played one Shade Warrior, so you can only have 2 of each card in your deck, which is like an undead. It can attack the same turn it's played. So he probably only has 1 more, so it's unlikely it's in his hand, as he only has 5 cards in his hand, 23 in his deck, which he could kill either one of these if he had a Shade Warrior, so it's a good thing he's already burned one of them. And this is like a pretty strong start for us to this game, all things considered. Okay, so he gets this taunt down, but I can just kill it with this. And here's some more, just showing how strong Chthonius is to use early rounds. That's what he can do. And so now because I wiped his board off, and he has no cards to threaten either of these 2 cards, I don't even need to play the taunt. Like typically I would play this because if a taunt's down, he has to attack this before he can attack other cards. But I'm just going to get more firepower on the board now. And yeah, this has just been a very strong start to this game for us. It seems unlikely. It's always possible. Like there are cards he could have that'll reset the game and like get him back in a decent position. But typically speaking, when the board's looking like this on turn 3 or turn 4, whatever it is, whoever's got 4 cards down is in a pretty good spot and is likely to win the game, I would say. Like the early rounds are pretty big for dictating like the pace of the entire game, which is why I think Chthonius is such a strong Vulcanite to use. And so he might have just used his hero ability there because like it's still in beta, so like the visuals are buggy sometimes in terms of how much lava he has. But he had 4 lava and he played that, which is 3. He played Pipes of Pan and a lava generation, so he would have had 6, 3. I think he might have used his hero ability there. Not completely sure, but I think he might have. So now I have to figure out what I want to do here. I like the idea of killing this. I think it's probably just this. This. I'm going to kill it with this card because it'll stay alive. If I killed it with this card, it would have died, and now I can just get my taunt down. Nice. I think that's probably the best option we had there. And he's just thrown in the towel, looks like. Okay, yes, those were 2 pretty quick games. This is the new update of Berserk. Like I said, there's just a ton of progress around this game, the whole ecosystem. Things are coming together rather quickly, and it's a ton of fun. I feel like a broken record, but I really can't wait for this all to be on-chain, and when we'll be able to earn lava, earn PYR when playing. It's going to be all I'm doing all day, every day at that point. But yeah, expect more content coming out in the future. Thank you for checking out this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.